Here at Sydenstricker's, our producers are harvesting or finishing up harvesting. Harvesting begins in June with wheat, with corn and soybeans being harvested in early to late fall using a combine like this John Deere S670. Harvesting begins for wheat planted with a drill similar to this John Deere 1795 planter in the late fall and is harvested between mid-June and mid-July. Wheat is a member of the grass family that produces a dry, one-seeded fruit called a kernel. Wheat was first planted in the U.S. as a hobby crop. Wheat is a primary grain used in U.S. grain products, with about 3/4 of all U.S. grain products being made from wheat flour. 1 bushel of wheat yields 42 pounds of white flour or 60 pounds of wheat flour. Corn harvest begins in mid-September, typically runs through the end of October, maybe on into November. Corn is America's #1 field crop. Corn production in the U.S. measures 2 times more than any other crop. Corn is a major component in many food items like cereals, peanut butter, snack foods, and soft drinks. It's also used to produce fuel alcohol. Soybeans are usually harvested around mid-October and through the end of October and early November again. Soybeans were grown originally as a forage crop. Missouri soybean yields have increased about 1/3 bushel per year. 1 bushel of soybeans produces 1.5 gallons of soy oil and 48 pounds of soybean meal, of which 21 pounds are supplied to protein animal feed. It's also commonly used in inks, plastics, solvents, and biodiesels. Crops are gathered into the header, which is different for each crop, like this John Deere 630 Flex platform. A rotating wheel or reel pushes a crop down to the cutter. Behind the cutter bar, the crops are fed to the center and travel up a conveyor to the processing mechanism inside the machine. A threshing drum beats the crops to break and shake the grains away from their stalks. The grains then fall through sieves into a collecting tank below. The unloaded material passes along the conveyors towards the back of the combine where it exits. The grain tank or hopper is full. A tractor like this 8370R with a grain cart like this big Kinsey cart pull alongside the combine. The grain empties out into an auger into the grain cart to be taken to storage where it is kept and dried or stored.